I love
Jazz
that
hands.
intro. You would have jazz hands after that video. I was laughing to myself because the one thing said, go to bed with something like gratitude, and I was thinking, wake up with condensation. Sorry, I'm being
It's
silly.
all good.
It is.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome back to Dozen Cats Wellness Tarot. Say hello to Ben from Beneficial Tarot.
Hello, everybody.
This is Tea Time with Ben.
And neither
Ben
of
Kelly.
us are drinking tea, but it's still tea time, folks.
Well, it's tea time. It is tea time in England, right?
It is. Yes.
So,
Okay.
Ben, tell us what tea time is.
Tea time can mean a couple of things, two things. So it can mean tea as in a cup of tea with biscuits, and we tend to have that first thing in the morning, about 11 o'clock, after dinner, and then you can have a late afternoon tea. And then your actual tea is when you're eating your tea at night, and that is what you would call
Dinner.
I don't know, dinner. Yes, that's the weird thing because our dinner is at lunchtime,
Yes.
but your dinner's at my time now.
If this is the test, I think I just failed.
Yeah.
So it's okay. So tea time is dinner time.
Yeah. Well, food time for us at this time.
Yeah. Seems like you guys eat an awful lot.
I think we drink a lot of tea. That's all I can say.
Or you drink a lot of tea. Okay. So Ben and I have had this discussion before backstage about like, wouldn't it be fun if? And there's just like a few things that I think are kind of comical, like in terms of like different phrases, right? That we use. So speaking of a tea, you guys refer to tea as a cupper, right? Or a cuppa.
A cuppa.
Or whatever.
Cup of tea.
Now is that and what kind of tea do you all drink? It's
Well, a lot of the posh people like Earl Grey tea. I always think here.
I don't like Earl Grey tea. I think
it
tastes like dishwater.
Yeah, I just don't like it at all. I like a good PG tip. PG tips.
Yeah.
And Tetley tea.
Yes.
Yes. Do you have those?
I'm a Tetley tea girl.
I'm trying to think what else. We also have like the fruit teas, but you're talking about like proper tea.
Yeah, like proper tea.
Yeah.
So would the Queen, when she was alive, she would be like an Earl Grey tea?
I would say she'd be an Earl Grey girl. Yeah.
Now, is Earl Grey tea the same as breakfast tea, or is that different?
No, I don't know what you mean by breakfast tea.
Well, because we have a tea here called breakfast tea.
Oh.
And I mean, we also have Earl Grey tea, but when I think of the breakfast tea, I don't know why, but I sort of think like that's England.
Do you know what fascinates me with you guys over there? I know if I came over and said like in a restaurant, could I have a nice cup of tea? Could I have about 3 biscuits? They'd bring out 3 cakes.
Yeah.
Where you are, because biscuits is like a little round thing to us, whereas a biscuit to you is like a pudding, isn't it? Almost.
No, not at all. No.
Oh. Maybe
biscuits to us are usually dog biscuits. No, but like biscuits to us are like digestive biscuits that don't have anything on them or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Usually like you give those to like a baby. I mean, they're teething.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's a biscuit then to you? It is a dog biscuit to you then.
I mean, if you say biscuit, I think dog biscuit.
So if you came round to mine and I said, do you want a biscuit? You'd say I'm not a dog.
Pretty much. Or I might start barking. I'm not sure. What can I
That's
tell
for
you?
A different show.
Right. And we had a question in the chat, or a statement in the chat. Isadora put something in there about crumpets. Now, when you eat crumpets, do you put butter and jam on?
Yes, I do. Sometimes, yeah, butter on. Yeah.
Do you put the butter on first and then the jam, or the opposite way around?
I'd put the butter on first, then the jam. Is that what you do? But also, years ago, back when there was no PC kind of stuff, people would say, "Oh, I'll have a bit of crumpet." That would be like referring to, that could refer to one you like. Well, fancy a bit of crumpet.
Oh, ooh, we
Back,
are getting the tea, folks. I love it. Okay.
back in the 70s, blokes would be like, "Oh, I fancy a bit of crumpet." And that would relate to, nobody says that now, though.
Getting some. Awesome. I love it. Well, we've covered a lot of ground in these first few moments, folks. Jeepers creepers. Okay. So we have crumpets here, but we refer to them as English muffins.
Okay, that's so weird, because I would not put a muffin and a crumpet together.
Well, it doesn't look anything like a muffin. It is a crumpet, but we call them English muffins. I mean,
but this is, I've spoke to you about another one called, we call them bum bags.
Oh, the fanny packs.
Yeah, and that I never get that. I just don't get it, because we call them bum bags.
Well, I mean, that's just weird. That's just weird. That's what it is. That's just weird. That is just weird. And of course, you guys call potato chips crisps.
That's right. Yeah.
And
fries chips.
French fries chips.
Yeah.
Which is just, confusing.
And we spoke about.
And you guys don't celebrate Thanksgiving, right?
No, I never knew what Thanksgiving was for years and years. And I used to watch American films. What is Thanksgiving? And it's only recent years I actually, because I don't know whether it will ever come over here, but it's more, we see it more as an American thing. But yeah, I put either butter and honey or butter and jelly.
Oh, with the white peppered gravy. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's making me hungry. That sounds.
Hi, Pierrette.
Hi, Pierrette.
Hi, Johnny.
Hi, Johnny.
Hi, Isadora.
Hi, Isadora.
So I read today, I was looking it up, and Thanksgiving is actually not just celebrated in America and in Canada. It's also celebrated in Australia.
Is it?
And a few other countries, actually, which was just surprising to me. Yes, teething biscuits.
Yeah.
Vivian popped in here for a moment. I'm not sure if she's still here, but nice to see you, Vivian.
Hi, Vivian. Yeah, it's very strange, isn't it? I used to think when I first came on here, oh, it's nice to see you too, Vivian. I haven't seen Vivian for ages, and it just clicked. She's lovely. She's got a channel now, hasn't she?
I think so, yes. Absolutely.
Yeah. Hi, Vivian. Yeah, what was I saying about, I always thought when I came on YouTube and I met Americans, I thought, oh, I wonder if I'll get confused with some of the stuff they talk about, because it can mean different, can't it? Hi, Kristen. But actually, I think because I've watched that many films, I actually find that I actually get on better with the Americans.
You know I'm not American, right?
No, I know you're. Really? Oh my gosh, you've just burst my bubble. No, I do know you're Canadian. But when I first started, I thought you're American, because I couldn't tell the difference between a Canadian and an American.
Well, it's funny that you should say that, because most Americans are like, are you from Canada? I can tell by the way you talk. And I'm like, what way do I talk?
I know, it's weird, isn't it? I used to, no, people did know I was from the UK, but we've got so many different sounds.
Yes, you do.
You only have to go to the next village and they sound different. And it's like, it's so weird.
I love that too. Here it's like, Kelly, you're North American. Thank you.
Do you have differences in Canada?
Oh, yeah.
So
100%.
I've met a couple of Canadians, but you all sound the same to me.
That's because you haven't met anybody from Newfoundland.
Oh, right. What's their
or
accent
Nova
like?
Scotia,
Yeah.
or New Brunswick.
Can you do an accent?
Well, I mean, there is also the people in Quebec, right?
Quebec. Yeah.
There is a French sort of thing that's, when I say a French thing, that's not obviously a polite term, but there's sort of like a French line that goes from Quebec through New Brunswick and Newfoundland. There's a lot of French sort of in the history of those three provinces.
Yeah.
So you will find people that have an accent. Like Pierrette's laughing because she lives in New Brunswick, so she knows exactly what I'm talking about. There is a distinct accent for the people that are in the East Coast, which is like New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island, Newfoundland, Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
But then with the French component, also you can have differences, just like in England, throughout that one province, right?
Yeah.
How, I mean, there's a show, you guys could all look it up on YouTube. It's called, oh gosh, what's it called? It's an HGTV program, so that's like a decorating show. Rock, ROCK, Solid Builds. And it is a group of people that do like home renovations or whatever, from Newfoundland. If you just look up a clip of it on YouTube, Rock Solid Builds, you will then know exactly what I'm talking about.
And
like the accent.
There's another thing I wanted to ask you about differences. So like we sometimes, as a polite way to say we're going to the toilet, we say, oh, we're just going to go and spend a penny. Do you guys say I'm going to go and spend $1?
No.
Okay.
No.
We
no, that's not something that but, and it's funny because like I'm sure they're in England too, just like every place here has like their thing, they're saying their
sayings,
right? Like in the Maritime provinces, and I mean I don't know which one is which, but I mean I know which provinces are which, but I don't know where these sayings belong to. So they'll say something like I don't know shit from page 2 as a
I've never heard that before.
Yeah, it's not common, but they, or stay where you're to, they'll say that. come where you're at. They often refer to people as their mother, like that's mother. My mother. But it's like MUDDER. I mean, if you were going to phonetically spell it, that's what it sounds like, right?
Sounds like they're going on a mud run.
Oh, Johnny, that's funny. Johnny's like, I thought spend a penny was going to the restroom. Which brings up,
yes, it is. But yeah, I think it is. It is going to a restroom, but I always think it's going to the toilet. But these days, you'd say I'm going to spend £1 because it's more expensive. These days.
Well, you guys have to pay for the toilet though, right? Like
I know. Well, in places like London, you do. It's ridiculous. But
yeah, we don't have to pay for the toilet.
No. We have to pay like 20. I don't know, it probably would be £1 these days. Yeah, in London.
We don't have to pay to use the toilet. I mean, maybe I don't ever in my lifetime ever remember having to pay for the toilet. Just saying. But the restroom thing is interesting to me because when you say that you're going to go to use the facilities, like what is the term that you use?
Well, women sometimes say, I'm just going to go powder my nose, and that means they're going to the toilet.
Right.
Men just say, I'm going to the going. What do the men say? Sometimes the men say, I'm going to go take a leak, or
yeah, that's common here.
Is that usual? Okay.
Yeah.
They say, oh, the little boys' room, and say,
yeah,
means that as well, going to the toilet. There was a saying as well that I wanted to say to you.
So like here we call it like the bathroom.
So we would say the toilet.
You would say the toilet. What do you all say in America? So do you guys use like restroom, bathroom, washroom? Oh, really, Pierrette? So see, so in New Brunswick, Canada, they paid. like 10 years ago.
Oh yeah. It's wrong to have to pay to go to the loo, isn't it? It's
That's
never
funny.
right.
Okay, so Kristen says she says bathroom.
Bathroom.
Because I don't know. I was watching something a while back where they were saying that it's like, you know, washroom is one place, bathroom is another place, you know, like how you refer to it. And I'm like,
Or loo. I'm just going to the loo.
yeah, you're going to the loo.
Yeah, that's another
See,
one.
now we say skip to the loo. No, this is long.
That's when you're desperate.
Right? Yeah. That's when all things are crossed, if you get my drift. Wink, wink. Okay. Hi, FBC Rising. It's good to see you, my friend.
Oh, Beth, hello. Nice
The
to see
bathroom unless
you.
you're at a restaurant with high prices, then it's the restroom. Yeah.
The bathroom unless you're at a restaurant without a yeah.
Okay, Johnny says restroom has no bath and is considered public. Bathroom is in the house. A restroom.
Yeah, that does make sense.
Johnny knows all the things.
I love it.
Yes, the ladies' room. Absolutely.
Ladies' room. The gents.
Don't you guys say that you're going to go for a wee?
How do we say that? Are we going to go for a
like
wee?
No, but do you say we're going to go for a wee?
Yeah. Well, so I'm just going to go for a wee.
Yeah.
You don't really say the other thing because it's you just wouldn't say it. There's too much information.
I think that we are learning so much today, friends.
It's gone to the gutter. But
all right.
No, it's interesting to understand now. Beth says there's always the powder room. Yeah.
Yep. Well, it's funny because like if you watch, I watch a lot of decorating shows, and you know, they often refer to, like when they're taking you on a tour of the home, they refer to it as the water closet. And that is not something that we say here.
Have you heard this expression? Burning the candle. Oh, you're burning the candle at both ends again.
Yes.
Oh, you have. Okay.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
And yeah,
that was me and Kelly last night.
Yeah.
Like,
all right. Let's see. Oh, you know what we could do? We could use the term, and they could use the emojis to try to match up what we're saying. Okay. So
yeah.
As a test, let's try this, friends. What is the emoji for burning the candle at both ends? Let's see. Now, Ben, do you guys have walk-in closets in England? Is that like a popular thing?
It would be if you were rich, but no, I don't have walk-in closets. We don't have any space for that.
Right.
So no, it would be, you'd probably get that if you were in a rich person's house. They may have a walk-in closet, but not here. But interestingly, Kelly, just because you've mentioned that, it was Johnny's. That is really burning the candle at both ends, Johnny.
Oh, that was a good one, Johnny.
That was funny. I was talking to a lady at work the other night, and this is just going off track a bit, but she said, "Oh, we were looking around at some houses."
Should we settle in and get comfy?
Get comfy.
Okay, go.
She said she was looking around some houses, you know, to purchase, and she said we went to this one house, and it was this lady's dad who died, so they were selling the house. And she said, walked into this one room, and she says, I just had a really strange feeling. But she said the owner said, here's the closet, but just need to let you know that we actually found a door at the back of the closet, and there's another room behind there. So they opened the closet door, and I was like, it's like Narnia. Anyway, They opened the room, and there was another room. And she said it was just so weird. Why would you have another room? And she just felt a bit uncomfortable about it, because it was like even the daughter didn't know that her dad had got this other room. I was like, oh God.
Okay, listen, the only time that we see or hear about rooms that are covered up, like there's a secret room, is when it's like a 200-year-old house. You don't want to know what they were doing behind those, or when you've like done a renovation and they've like boarded stuff up, right? We see those in movies. Like, usually dead people.
Like in horror movies, don't you? Like where they found the secret room.
Ew.
So it was a bit.
I hope she didn't buy that house.
No, she felt she didn't like it at all. Had a really strange feeling about
I
it.
mean, who could blame her for that? Okay,
Sorry,
so
carry on.
no, don't be sorry. Thank you for sharing. That made me think of something when you were telling that story. So, do you guys have like what we would refer to as a pantry? So, like a room or like a closet that
Yes.
you store all your food in, like your dry goods and stuff.
Yes, we do.
Appliances.
Again, pantries are like quite Victorian to us. So that would be like an old house would have a pantry. But modern houses don't tend to have that. They have like a cupboard under the stairs, or we just call it the cupboard.
Because pantries are
Pantries are
really,
here. We do.
they're really
Yeah.
big here.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Like you all have pantries.
I don't. We don't have a pantry, but they're really big here. I'm hiding in the closet. No, we don't. We don't. Now, do you guys have like broom closets and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, you'd call that the closet under the stairs.
You call it no what?
The closet under the stairs.
Really?
That's what I would call a broom cupboard.
Creepy as crap.
I know. Well,
Closet
it's
under
like
the
Harry
stairs.
Potter. Where Harry Potter lives in that house is like our broom cupboard.
Okay, so that brings
Pantries
up.
are cold,
I have so
aren't
many
they?
questions. Okay, so do you call a
Okay.
broom a broom?
Yeah. Or
And a
we'd call
vacuum is a
sweeper.
Hoover, right?
Oh, a Hoover here, yeah. Yeah, vacuum's very Americanized, isn't it? That sounds very.
Well, it
And
just. I
you
mean,
used to say do something different just because we have a car boot. Do you have
So
car
what?
boot sales? Car boot sale.
what? Sorry, I think there's something wrong with the stream. What?
A car
Okay,
boot sale.
Hold on. Back up and speak slowly. What now?
Okay. Do you have a car boot sale?
A car boot sale.
Yeah. So
I
that
don't
would
know what in the love of Pete you're talking about. Okay, just explain yourself.
So we have a boot on our car. I think you call it a trunk, don't you?
Oh, the trunk of a car?
Yeah. So
Oh my God.
we're talking different languages, folks.
Honestly, the plates in my head were hurting. I was like, what are you
So-
talking about? Okay. We call those garage sales. If
No.
because you said, sorry. Okay. Hold on a second. I feel like I need to like back up and start again. Okay. A car boot sale.
Yeah, so instead of a yard sale or a jumble sale. Oh no, we have jumble sales. So instead of like a yard
We call
sale,
that a garage sale.
yeah, we call it a
Or-
car boot sale. Because we
So
go
all
somewhere
this,
to
all
open.
this shit in your trunk. You're so. I don't get it.
We go to like somewhere to sell our wares, but we go in our car and we open the boot and we call it car boot sale.
Got it.
But you guys have
I
a garage
I totally
sale.
understand. What
She's pressing the help button, folks.
I am. I'm like, call a friend. I need a friend. Help. Oh,
I know,
wow.
we've got into some serious territory.
Oh
here.
my God.
A bonnet
Hey,
is-
listen, for all of you people that have been to England before, when you get off the plane, do they give you like a translator pamphlet that helps you? I mean, honestly.
And we drive on the other side of the road, don't we, to you?
Well, you say the other side, I say the wrong side, but you go with what makes you feel comfortable, love. Listen, if I ever come to England, I am never getting in a car with you or on my own, because that would be a disaster. I mean,
That's funny.
oh, okay. I think we've discussed this before, but since you brought it up, are the pedals still the same? Now,
Oh,
when
this
I say
I get
this,
confused here.
obviously
Okay.
you have the gas pedal and the brake pedal and the clutch. I get it. But are they still okay? So when you sit in the car,
Yeah.
what foot is on the gas pedal?
My right foot.
Okay. So I would just be sitting on the opposite side of the car.
Yeah. Yeah, so where's your pedal then? Is yours the right as well?
Gas is right, brake is in the middle, and the clutch
That's
is
right.
on the left. But the problem is that everything, like all of your signals are on the right side, your gear shift is on the right side, right?
Yes.
So I would now have to like do everything over here. And
So
that would
you're
be this hand does nothing in the car except for rest on the window and look cool.
but
Or flip the bird if needed, which I don't advise. Entertainment purposes only. Do not do that to people. That's rude. But I mean, that's all it's here for, right?
yeah. No, that's weird to me because everything, like I can just rest this hand and I'm always using the right to
Yeah,
indicate.
I mean, I get in a car crash for sure because I'm used to doing nothing with this hand. This hand's now got to do all this work, and I probably have pins and needles and all kinds of things. I'd be shaking it out. It'd be a lot.
The right,
Now
yeah.
your taxi cabs. They always look like an old car in the movies. Is that true to life? Are they?
No, not so. In London you get black cabs.
Yes.
So is that what you'd expect? And
I
then
mean,
here we get like normal, and it could be any taxi. It normally says it's not like America though, because in New York I always think of yellow taxi cabs.
right.
Is that the same in Canada?
I mean, it was for many years, and now it's just like Bob sticks a taxi sign on top of his car, and away you go. Like there's no set kind of car.
Yeah. But
Yep.
your cars are bigger as well, I think, aren't they? The front. Or I could be getting confused with America.
I think that we do. I mean, your trucks are hilarious. I'm just gonna say that. Like, I mean, looks wise, they look like a golf cart, that's sort of been blown up. But
do you have a motorway?
A highway or a freeway? I think we call it a highway, and in America, I think they refer to it as a freeway.
And we call it a motorway.
Right.
How strange, isn't it?
But we all have speed bumps.
That's
right?
True.
Do you have speed bumps?
We do. Speed bumps, speed cameras.
Yes, we have those too.
And
do you have roundabouts?
Oh yeah. Oh, they're the bane. I hate roundabouts. I hate them. Do you know, I'd love to move to Canada because I don't think you have half of the amount of roundabouts we have.
No, we don't. I mean, we do have a few, and people are not fond of them.
No, literally, if I wanted to go to work, I come across about 6 or 7 roundabouts. Horrendous.
I just saw this.
It's like a person selling birdhouses from their.
I love it. Yeah, highway or freeway here.
Highway, freeway.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so you guys like the latest thing in houses is like a mudroom. Do you guys have mudrooms there?
No, what's a mudroom?
Usually people don't go in like their front door of their house. Not saying that you can't. It's usually a door off of the garage or a side door. And then they have like benches for you to put like your muddy boots, all the school supplies, your backpacks, and all that kind of stuff.
We'd call that a porch here, but not a mudroom. Oh, that's so strange. A mudroom.
Yeah, and most often people have like their laundry darn near close to their.
Yeah, we have laundry rooms sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. And your laundry, if you don't have a laundry room, your washers are usually in your kitchen, right?
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Just a question. What's the deal with the fridges? Is it true, or is it just like something that we've been led to believe that most people in England have like these really tiny refrigerators, like what we would refer to
Like
as a
half
bar,
of it.
bar refrigerator.
Yeah. So we don't. We've got a double refrigerator. So you open the door at the top, which is a fridge, and then you've got your freezer underneath. But some people have them separated. So you just have a fridge freezer.
Right.
But I know what you mean. So they're smaller, aren't they? Like
Yeah.
tabletop height. Yeah.
Yeah. We call those a bar, like a bar fridge.
Oh, okay.
And people will have those like downstairs in their basement or like, outside even for like just beverages.
Yeah, I'm with you.
In addition to their, big, huge refrigerator in the kitchen. But you guys, I think that you guys utilize, and maybe the States is the same way in this particular area. I think that you guys utilize like your small shops, that are
Yes.
like very close by. So you don't,
Co-op.
I'm not saying that you don't do this, but like we go shopping for like a week or two or a month. Yeah. Whereas you guys sort of like go every couple of days or pop to the shop to get whatever you need, right?
Well, like pop to a co-op, which is a smaller shop, or we've got the big superstores, which is like probably, I think that came over from America, because when my parents were young, it would just be the village shop, whereas now it's like Asda, Sainsbury's. I bet you don't know
Sainsbury's.
This. Yeah. Morrison's and Aldi is another one. The one thing that I can never understand with this one, like when you guys say I'm just going to put my pants on, that to us is trousers. We say trousers. So pants to us is underwear.
Yeah.
That always confuses me.
But you also call them knickers, right?
Women would call them knickers. Yeah.
Well, like knickers are knickers, right?
Yeah.
So Beth is saying it's a small vestibule where you can sit down and remove your shoes and boots, hang up coats.
They sound a lot bigger than our porches.
Well, it depends, right? What like, how big your house is and stuff. Hi, JR.
Hi, JR.
Rose says, I hate a side-by-side, less freezer space. I like the freezer in the bottom. I had that when I was a kid. That was a big thing when I was a kid, because I'm old as dirt. But it's made a comeback in the last 10 or so years. And
I prefer an all-in-one, definitely.
Beth says I go grocery shopping every few days. I don't like those massive shopping trips.
No, I hate shopping. We have to put £1 in the trolley sometimes. Do you have to do that?
Yes, money in the cart.
Yeah. Oh, you call it cart. You see, we call it trolleys.
Yeah.
Or basket.
You're learning so much. No. Get out your notebooks.
Yeah, because on our Amazon, when we buy something, it goes into a basket. I've noticed on Amazon.com, it's a cart.
Yeah, your shopping cart.
Yeah, whereas us, it's a basket.
See, it's cart. They're all carts.
I'd much rather have a cart than a basket.
When we go to the grocery store, if you don't get a big shopping cart, there's like a little basket that you can pick up and carry that around,
Yeah, we have that.
Yeah. Here it's $1.
And you have dollar stores, don't you? Where we have Poundlands.
I mean, honestly, we have a dollar store, but there isn't a damn thing in the store that costs $1. So I'm not sure what that is. I mean, you go to the dollar store and you're spending $3, $4, $5. I don't even know what the point is, but
I think dollar and pound stores came out when, that's when it was a pound and dollar store, and they've just kind of, what do you call it? When you get more knickerbockers wear pants or trousers here. What's a knickerbocker?
Uh-oh. I mean, search me. I don't know.
I thought knickers were ladies. Yes, that's right.
And it's funny because I don't know that I've ever referred to my underwear as knickers, other than someone would joke around and say, don't get your knickers in or not.
Oh, don't get your knickers in a twist, we say.
Yeah.
But also, men say briefs.
Yeah.
Or trunks or Y fronts.
Yeah.
Do you have those?
Well, here, I'm totally outing my husband. Don't tell him. So we have like, certain brands of men's underwear here. And one of the brands is Fruit of the Loom. I mean, it's like the most ridiculous name ever, but there you have it. And when they sort of like rebranded themselves, if you will, and made it more modern, they're on the elastic band that goes around the waist is like the initials or the letters like FOTL, Fruit of the Loom.
Yeah.
So of course, because we are who we are, we have to come up with what that stands for everything. And they're for the ladies is how we refer to Fruit of the Looms now. For the ladies.
I've never heard that before.
I mean, I don't know men that go around actually saying that to people, but that's how we refer to them. Is they're for the ladies.
Interesting.
Anywho, moving on. Sorry. So knickerbockers were
okay. Are named after knickerbockers. Oh, you guys, yeah. You see, you learn something, don't you, when I come to these lives?
Well, okay, so think like cricket pants.
Yeah. It's like that.
Back in the day.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Would be like knickerbockers or early golf kind of gear.
Did you have flares?
Oh yeah, we call those bell bottoms or
bell
flares.
Bottoms. Yeah,
but bell bottoms. Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't stand bell bottoms because I'm short, and I already have the shape of a bell just naturally. Thank you. And so it's like no, it's not a good look. Plus, I have very small feet, and they would like cover up my feet. And I just like, I was one of those people that was very pleased to get out of that stage, well as more recently we had the stage of the pants that only came up to like the zipper was like this big, and I was very pleased to get through that stage as well.
We went through a stage of drain pipe trousers. No one showed it. Yes, that's so true, Beth. Yeah, I got you, babe. That's it. That's what she was wearing then. Drain pipes. I used to hate drain pipe trousers. I used to look like a drain pipe in those trousers.
Oh my god! I was sorry. I wasn't laughing at you saying I look like I'm like. Did you see my face? I was like, drain pipe. What? I thought we were like talking about an actual drain pipe. You said I used to look like I was. I'm so confused.
It was your face, the way you were like.
I told you that I was tired, but why are you doing this?
She's gonna get one of her heads again, guys, if we're not careful.
Oh my god! Speaking of burning the candle at both ends, I'm on fire, and I still can't figure it out. What the hell? What are you talking about? What?
Oh, you're going back to the drain pipe conversation. So drain pipes are like tight trousers. So they call them drain pipe trousers. Super skinny pant legs. That's right.
They're called skinny pants here, or skinny legs, or ankle, whatever. Yeah.
So drain pipe must be in English.
Drain pipe. Oh my god. It's like, where's the bouncing ball on this screen when you need it? I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Say what?
Okay. That's so funny.
Yeah, that's a lot. I'm still at the drain pipe. I'm gonna okay, and you guys aren't like, I mean, even though you're wearing a baseball cap, that's not really a big thing there, is it?
No, it's not. And when people used to say, "Oh, I used to wear this," and people used to say,
like what?
I'm laughing at the same thing.
Oh my god!
It really is. Nut crushers. Yeah.
Not something. I mean, we use those here, Johnny, at Christmas. It's called a nutcracker. sorry. I realized not the same thing. I was trying to be funny. You guys have nutcrackers there?
We do, yes. Chestnut crackers and things like that.
Yeah.
And what were you saying before? You were asking me something.
I have no idea.
No.
What were we talking about?
God.
Who's on first?
I can't remember.
You don't remember who's on first?
Who's on first what? Who's on first base? I mean, what? Is this a game?
Is this a test? Shit. I'm going to fail. Rose Blue says, I'm 5'6", skinny, 100 pounds. I got twigs for arms and legs. Before my TSN, I look like a walking glow stick. Oh my God, Rose, that's hilarious.
Baseball hats. That's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I first came onto YouTube, people would say, "Oh, you're a fan of the New York Yankees." Is that what it is? This sign. And I was like, I had no idea who the New York Yankees are, but
I thought, okay.
I just liked the hat and I liked the image, and then I realised it made me realise what this was, so that was good. But yeah, it meant something.
Well, you should listen. If you're going to walk around with those big ass letters on your head, you shouldn't, or some kind of insignia somewhere. You should kind of know what the hell is going on.
I know. So it's weird that we sell hats like this, but then we don't like. That's an American. It's an American hat, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
In a sense.
Unless it stands for something else that we don't know.
Well, I don't know.
Ron.
Hey, Ron.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so listen. So we've covered the house. Oh, that's the other thing. You guys call your backyard a garden, right?
Yes.
You usually say your garden.
Yeah.
Here it's like our backyard.
What do you call your garage?
Garage. I was going to say garage. It's called a garage. Yeah.
And you say a vehicle, don't you?
Car.
Whereas we say vehicle.
Americans are vehicle.
Oh, that's right. What American accent is vehicle?
It's vehicle.
That? Yeah. Is that what Americans say, or is that an accent in America?
Vehicle. No, that's just, I mean, my interpretation is, or understanding is, that's an American, you know, I always think of vehicular homicide, which is like not great, just saying, but that's what I hear when people say vehicle.
Yeah.
We say vehicle, they say vehicle.
Yeah, vehicle. It's like a hiccup, isn't it? A hiccup.
Like they want to make sure that that H does not go undetected. No silent H in vehicle.
Yeah. It's fascinating though, isn't it? How many differences there are actually.
Yep. Sneakers and runners and trainers.
Trainers, we call them trainers. What else do you guys say with clothes? T-shirt. Do you call them something that? Oh, you call them t-shirts.
Yeah.
There's lots, isn't there, actually, when you think about it? And sayings, Kelly. I'm going to have to write some sayings down and see if you know them.
Well, I think also, too, food is a big thing that you guys don't, like Americans, for example. So Canadians drink milk out of a bag, and Americans just think that that is the funniest thing that they have ever heard of.
What? You drink it out of a bag?
Would you like to see it?
I would. I can't imagine drinking milk out of a bag.
All right. Everybody just talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to show you my bag of milk. I'll be right back.
Just to clarify, it's a bag of milk.
Yeah. And yes, I'm wearing clothes. So.
Well, folks, I've never heard of anybody drinking milk from a bag. So this is going to be very interesting. And I like your clock, Kelly. Just realised the clock on the wall.
This is a little demonstration. Okay, so the bag of milk that you get from the store comes like this.
Oh, right.
And inside of the bag
Is powder.
is 3 individual bags, like so.
Oh.
And then you take that bag and you put it into a container such as this.
Okay.
And we all have these little things, these little cutter things that are on a magnet that stick on the side of our fridge. And then you just, right?
Oh, that's so interesting because why? Right. I guess it lasts longer, does it? The powder milk?
Sorry, what now?
Does it last longer?
No.
No. I think I do need a Canadian bag, Ron, to just try it. I mean, I've never heard that before. While she's out of the room, guys, I think she's absolutely crazy. I have no idea why she's got a bag like that. Just saying, while she's out of the room. That's insane. Oh, that's lovely, Kelly.
You guys all get, I'm just going to pull all the stuff out of my fridge. You guys.
What is this QVC? So today, we've got...
You guys are familiar with these kinds of things.
Someone's just going to tune into this and there's Kelly with a bag of milk and a juice going, okay, guys. And this is my water, just so you know. Does that say 10 ounces or 10p?
10%.
Oh, 10%. Yes, because it would say cents, wouldn't it? It wouldn't say pence.
I'll be right back. and and by the way, there's no missing children on our milk. Just saying.
Well, you certainly learn something every day, don't you? Well, even food's different then, isn't it, over in Canada? That is fascinating. So, do you have microwaves?
Okay, I don't live in a cave. Yes.
Okay. Just
you know what's really funny though about the milk thing? Here's the deal. So everybody makes fun of us for the plastic milk bags. What's interesting is they've recently, like, literally made plastic straws illegal, and all production of plastic straws has stopped, as well as, you know, your PVC blinds.
Yes.
That you can't buy them in Canada.
No, I know. I don't think you can hear now.
But keep the production of the milk bags going.
It makes no sense.
Yeah, it's electricity. Yes, it do.
Okay.
Sometimes. Sometimes we make Rosie go out on this little wheel in the backyard, and she just, like, you know, keep the generator. I'm joking. What was I going to say? Yes, microwaves are a big thing here.
Okay, after you do get them. And
now, you guys don't use a lot of appliances though in your, besides like your actual stove, your oven, and your fridge. You're not big on appliances, are you? Like fryers and rice makers and.
No, although saying that, it is coming in more. But you're right, we're not as big on those kind of things, I guess. And like you have, don't you? You get rid of like your junk down the sink, don't you? Like you press the button, it changes.
That is not. Okay, it used to be a big deal here in Canada, like way back in the 70s, 80s. Not so much now, at least not here in Ontario. We called it a garburator, which is like the disposable, you know, that you can shove your scraps down into your sink. It goes into like a thing, but I think it's pretty common in America.
Yeah, we don't have that here. Garbage disposal.
Yeah.
Do you have air fryers, Ben? Yeah, we do actually, Ron, but they're just not as popular, I wouldn't say, over here.
Yeah.
But we do have air fryers.
On gadgets here. Like we like all of our gadgets, like our air fryers and our blenders and, you know.
Yeah.
People actually have like special cupboards or the pantry for their appliances.
Yeah.
Like those kind of appliances.
Are you guys into like technology, like big TVs and things like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bye, Johnny. Thanks for popping in, love.
Oh, bye, Johnny. Nice to see you. Thanks.
Okay, so in our house, for example, there was just two of us, and we have a TV in the bedroom, a TV in my office, a TV in the living room, and a TV upstairs in Mark's sort of like den, if you will, or man cave, or whatever you want to call it. And then he also has a TV in his office.
And do you have CDs and vinyl players, or are you more digital?
We are more digital.
Yeah, I think it's going that way, isn't it? More digital.
Yeah, more digital for sure. Well, this has been
illuminating.
But I do have a question.
Go on.
That I would like to toss some cards on. Do you have any cards out?
I do. I'm going to put the light on. Can I just quickly put my light on? Talk away. I'm just going to put my light on.
Well, I mean, did your hamster fall off the wheel, or like what happened there? I mean, you were asking me about electricity. Oh my God, is that why you asked? Because you don't have any?
Okay,
so my question is, considering, that Ben is in England, and England is the place where the Spice Girls come from, and also where One Direction comes from, I want to know if there's going to be a One Direction Spice Girl reunion. Don't you think that would be fabulous?
Oh, a reunion, yeah.
Because, friends, we have discussed this before when Ben has been here. I love Harry Styles. Harry, if you're listening.
Yeah.
I just think he's great. And the Spice Girls were, girl power all the way. You guys have amazing, not that America or Canada doesn't have amazing singers or talent, but I find myself drawn to a lot of singers that come from Britain.
Yeah.
Like I love Joss Stone.
Oh, yeah.
I wish, she's so beautiful. I wish that she had sort of been more popular here.
Yeah.
She was for a time, and then she stopped.
It's funny because when I look back in the 80s, I always think there was a lot of British, like most of the music I like are from British artists in the 80s. But then in the 90s, I kind of liked a lot of the American artists.
Okay, so this isn't going well. Hi, Ivana.
Is this for... Hi, Ivana.
Are Spice Girls and One Direction going to, come back out? Do some sort of charity somebody or other.
Are we reading on one and then the other, or both at the same time?
Both at the same time.
Okay.
Interpret as you will, my darling.
Okay, girl.
I mean, this is just funny, is what this is.
Oh, God.
Want me to go?
Go for it.
I got the Five of Cups.
Just want to know.
Followed by the Five of Swords. Followed by the Five of Pentacles.
Oh, my.
With the outcome card of the Nine of Wands.
Oh, my goodness.
So, they've let it go. But not without some sort of emotional resistance to it. Like, I think it is one of those things, and we can all relate to this. It is a very important time in our life, and we look back on it fondly, the memories, whatever. But that's not who we are anymore. And so they've had to put their boundaries around them to push them into a new light. And I feel like they think that if they went back there, that it would be like pulling them back. But on the bottom of the deck, I've got the Page of Swords. And so I do feel like...
Kelly.
What, darling? I love it.
That isn't that weird.
Yes, it is weird. I love it. So I think that they could be like talked into it if it was for like a good cause, you know, like how all the artists came together to you know, for like Band-Aid and stuff like that, right? I pulled an oracle card and look what I got. I got peace.
Oh wow.
So I don't think that it's because they don't get along. I think that it's because like individually they want to like separate from that. Because if we think about it, how could they just do like one thing? The pressure would be so immense that would be very difficult for them to do. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
What'd you get? What'd you get? What'd you get?
Oh, well, it's really interesting. So the first card I pulled was the Seven of Pentacles. So I feel like it's been worked at before. They've tried to come together, and the Spice Girls did actually, didn't they? At one point,
yes, they did
a single, but it doesn't feel like it's taking off. Now the second one I pulled was the Hanged Man, which tells me that they're kind of all on their own separate paths, and they're doing something very different now. The Hanged Man for me is always about that, seeing things from a different perspective. They've changed since they were together as groups, so 100%. It almost feels like they're not quite kind of the same people. And then I got the Page of Swords, which for me, swords are all about that initiating something new. So I don't think they kind of want to go back. However, the oracle cards I pulled, we've got communication. So with these kind of bands, communication is a big key. And I know, especially for the Spice Girls, there was some arguments at the time, wasn't there? And it's getting all the girls back together again. I'm not so sure with One Direction, but there's always that all these things have to come into play, don't they?
Yeah.
Expectations, whilst you can have an expectation that you want a band to come together, they're not always going to be as good as they were back in the day. So that kind of puts pressure on them, I think.
I feel the pressure immensely.
Yeah. And I think when that expectation is placed on them, I think that puts them off coming back as well, because what happens if they're not as good? You know, you're only as good as the last thing you did, and some of them prefer it, don't they?
Yeah.
Then the final card was Divinity, and I think, you know, never say never. I mean, Take That, I've come back multiple times, and I think if and I do think everything has to come together for them to come back at the right time, and I think.
Like I totally get that, Ben. I feel like they would if it was for the right reasons, you know, under the right circumstances. But as it stands, I don't think that anyone is like ready to sign on the dotted line. But I don't think that that they don't think of it fondly. Like I feel like they're all fond of like that time.
It's like when you've got a memory and you really remember it very fondly, but then you go back, you try and do it again, and it's not quite the same, is it?
Exactly, 100%.
Yeah.
Well, that was interesting.
That was interesting. And how weird we both got the Page of Swords.
Yes.
I love it when that happens.
So in sync.
But you're very in sync with your fives, aren't you? Good grief.
Well, you know. I want to say hi to Lottie B because I think I missed saying hello to you, and I hope I didn't miss anyone else that popped in. This is my good friend Ben from Beneficial Tarot. Do go check out his channel. The link is in the description box below the video. If you guys are not already subscribed, I would consider it a personal favor if you would go show my friend some love. That would be very kind. Ben will be back and join me again. I mean, I'm saying that I haven't asked. I'm assuming.
Of course.
That Ben will come back and join us in a couple of weeks. And I just want to say before we leave, if it's okay, I do apologize to everybody that I've had to like switch some streams around. I'm not sure what happened, but Friday night I did something like on StreamYard. Not on YouTube, but I did something sort of behind the scenes and everything was fine. And on Saturday, when I went to record my message, my camera was all screwed up. And not my camera that faces me, but my station, because that's stationary, but my adjustable camera, which is the one I do for my pre-recorded readings, it got all messed up. And for whatever reason, my computer wasn't recognizing it. That's what my problem was. And then my other camera started to like glitch in and out. So I don't know if the cats ate a wire. I don't know what the heck went on. But the problem has not been fully fixed. Now today is okay because I'm on the laptop in the living room. But we're working on it. So I will do my part 3 and my part 4 of turning over a new leaf probably like next week and then the week after.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that. Make sure you've got your bell notification checked off so you don't miss anything. But I apologize. It just, I don't know. It's like, I kept thinking, is Mercury in retrograde? And like, I missed it. Is anybody else feeling it? Because, wow. I don't know what.
It's ended, but I think there's like a shadow period, isn't there? Is that what they say?
I don't usually get affected by Mercury retrograde, double touch wood, but the last couple of weeks, I'm like, okay, like, our fridge is like going all wonky and like all kinds of weird things are happening. So anyway, it can always be worse, friends. It can always be worse. So on that wonderful positive note, Ben, do you have anything that you would like to share with the folks?
No, what do I have coming on my channel? I'm doing a lot of flip throughs at the moment just because that's what I like to do. And I was saying to you, wasn't I, Kelly? I don't know what to talk about sometimes, but I do enjoy editing stuff. And I have bought a few tarot decks in the last month. So I thought I'd like to do some flip throughs on them. So there's a couple of just flip throughs of some decks that I've been buying coming up. So.
Well, you can always invite me to your channel, and
I was going to say to you, would you like to come over to the B channel?
I would love to come to your channel. Well, your channel is the B channel because it's Ben.
It is. So. It is exactly. Well, you're always welcome. So we can sort of live out, can't we?
We'll sort it out backstage. That's where we do sorting. For those of you that wanted to always know how these things work, it's done backstage.
Backstage chat.
So, well, I mean, so Kristen just said I haven't done a video in ages because I have no clue what to talk about.
No, I'm the same, Kristen.
It's hard to think of things to talk about. It's hard to come up with ideas to, that you think that will either entertain or resonate or both. Never mind just, so that's the first part is thinking of the concept and then having to, actually deliver it or execute it, which is, a whole other situation.
And things change.
I'm saying this to you guys, but I'm also saying it to myself and to anyone else who needs to hear it, just be yourself and the people that support you and follow you, they love you for those reasons already. You know what I mean? You don't really have to. I think that the idea of turning the camera on, and because I suffer from that dead air, like do something, say something.
Yeah.
It's difficult for me because I conversate so much with the chat that when there's no one in the chat or when the chat decides that they just want to listen as opposed to interact, that like actually makes me almost panic. Because I'm like, and then I start like stumbling and I'm going all over the place.
But you need that interaction sometimes, don't you, from the audience as well? 100%. And I'm not a talker. If there was nobody in chat, I wouldn't know what to say. I'd probably just say, oh, hi, this is a deck. Thanks. Bye. And it would be like 5-minute live or something like that.
Listen, it can be very intimidating. It is a skill set-ish kind of vibe, and you do become more comfortable with it over time. Practice makes perfect. And
some people prefer doing different things because you like lives, don't you, and interacting with people. I do like editing just because I find that quite relaxful, which is weird.
There are certain things that I like to do pre-recorded.
Yeah.
And then there's certain things that I like to do live.
Yeah.
I find that when I'm live, like if I want to share information with people, for example, I don't know what the best form is, because I find like if I do a pre-recorded, after 5 or 10 minutes, they've lost interest. They're not, you know what I mean? It has to be very specific to them, or they're like, forget it. And then there's times where I want to deliver it in a way where I'm not like, you know, blah 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 blah. Oh hi Bob. Oh blah 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 blah. Oh hi. You know what I mean? Like I want to deliver the message so it's flowing, as opposed to being all like chopped up, or I get, you know, over here. So I just try to do what I can do and do it the best way that I feel in that moment, and I don't question it, and I don't, you know, beat myself up. This doesn't come with a manual. I'm not perfect. It's not MSNBC or you know, ABC. It's not a sitcom.
It's like you said, don't
you know
put
what I
pressure
mean?
on yourself. You don't need to put pressure on yourself, do you?
Exactly. Yeah, you just got to do what you feel comfortable with, and you know, today that might be a pre-recorded video, and tomorrow that might be a live, whatever it might be. You just go with it, and the other thing is if it's interesting to you, it's your channel, and so you should do that, right? You because the idea is that if you are talking about things that are important to you or interesting to you, then you will not have a lack in your enthusiasm for what you're talking about. You will be able to have a conversation about it, as opposed to going, and I'm using this as an example, and so this duck, you know what I mean? Like,
I do totally.
So in other words, you don't have to try so hard, right?
No, you just got to be yourself.
Let those things come to you, and let it sort of work itself out naturally. Like, don't be so hard on yourself, is what I'm trying to say.
Definitely.
Right.
That's good advice.
Regardless of whether you go live or whether you do pre-recorded, don't be so hard on yourself.
Yeah, I agree there.
Because it's not easy on this side of the camera to do all of the things, like, you know, make sure that your schedule is clear, get yourself in the right frame of mind, get yourself in the right position. You know, make a thumbnail for it, make an intro for it, promote it, whatever you can do, book a guest, whatever, go live, do the thing. Like, it's a lot, right? That in addition to that you'll be, you know, somewhere inside of your own head telling yourself that, you know, this isn't going to be good, or, you know, don't say this or whatever. Like, that's a lot of pressure to put on yourself. It
really is.
It's really not necessary. And listen, if someone comes in and doesn't like what you're saying, you know, they can leave.
Yeah, that's their problem, not yours.
Yeah. Your channel, your rules, damn it.
Yes. High five to that.
All right, friends, we're going to go. We are going to go. We're going to leave. We're going to call it a day. So from us to you, have yourselves a great week. What's left of it. Have a great weekend. I don't have anything to report. Ben doesn't have anything to report, he said.
Have you got any lives coming up, Kenny?
No.
No.
I don't know, actually. No, because like I gotta get my camera adjusted. I have some posted, but I don't know if they're gonna stay that way. So I know that like normally on Mondays at 8 p.m. I go live, 8 p.m. Eastern, that is, I go live, and that should be I should be on part 4 of my 4-part series, but I didn't do part 3, and so I got to figure that out. And I think next Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, I have Stephanie from Trillium Tarot joining me. We're doing a show and tell, so
I'm excited for that.
She'll show some decks that she's got, and I'll show you some of mine, and we'll have a few giggles and, you know, all that good stuff. But other than that, no. I have nothing to add, which is a first. Really.
Silence.
Enjoy it while it lasts, friends. Yeah, I'm kidding. No, I have nothing. I'm literally, now I'm sitting here in a panic. That can't be right. How is that right? All right. Listen, we need the temperature to cool down here because it is so flipping hot. You guys, honestly, I don't want to sound like a whiner. Or
Get your bag of milk out and get
oh
cooling
my
down.
goodness, what is happening with the weather? I
have
mean,
no idea what's
summer
going
and
on.
all of that stuff, but come on. It has been like 32, 33, 35 degrees Celsius every day. October the 1st, like I can go ahead in my weather app till October the 1st. It's going to be 19.
I don't get it at Canada.
Like, honestly, the weather is up and down like a toilet seat. It's terrible. And it's just, sorry. And it's, the point is like, you know, you look forward to this time of year for the fall, the cooler temperatures, right? It doesn't last for a long time between summer and then boom, it's winter, right? But like the leaves are already starting to turn, right? And so it just seems very like weird and out of character and somehow feels hotter than it did in the summer.
You know, I love
kiddos going to school, right? Because the air conditioner is like really good and stuff. And
I love your lives when you do the fire pit lives.
I haven't been able to. I think I did one this summer.
Yeah, I was going to say, I love those.
We had fire bans on pretty much the whole entire summer. So that made it impossible. Yeah. And of course, we have a dog now. So, you know, I'm not going out in the backyard. No offense, I love y'all, but I'm not going out in the backyard and sitting out there. We've got coyotes and, you know, raccoons and skunks and all sorts. And I can't be like paying attention to this and not be paying attention to that. And so usually Mark would come out there with me, but now you can't leave her alone. So, and then of course, you know, add that to the heat bans. And then this summer, or the fire ban, sorry. And then this summer, it was so hot. The bugs are so bad that it just was like, no, I'm not doing it. And I mean,
I don't blame you. I understand that.
Half of the reason why we moved here is because we can have a fire, you know. Like I love the fire pit. It's my jam, but
yeah. Too many variables.
When I get my personal air conditioning thing hooked up, whether it just like Miss Me or the guy with the fan, one of the two, I will bring the fire pit. Anyway, on that lovely note, we will say goodbye because we've said it 3 times now. So now we got to.
Thanks, everybody. It's been lovely to see you all.
Well, you're very kind, Ben. Thank you so much for coming. You know, I love you.
Thank you for having me. Love you too.
All right, friends. Bye.
Bye, guys.